Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for a brand new pick a card reading. For anyone that's new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today's reading is going to be centered all around what is happening for you this upcoming Gemini season. So as I'm uploading this video, you guys, we are on the cusp of transitioning into Gemini season, and the exact dates of Gemini season are May 21st to June 20th. So rather than us doing like a predictive style reading basically just focused on a specific month, I thought it could be fun to do a predictive style reading for you guys based off the current zodiacal season that's coming up. So trying something a little different here. But essentially what we'll be looking into in today's reading are the upcoming events, major energies, major themes that you guys may be working through as you navigate through the entirety of Gemini season. You don't have to be a Gemini only to watch this video. This reading is literally for anyone out there that's just kind of curious to know what's headed their way within the next few weeks. All right. So we are going to be working with 3 piles today. We have pile 1 here on the left with some pink Himalayan salts. We have pile 2 in the center here with some clear quartz. And then for pile 3, we have some amethyst. Keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading, so I always have to disclaim this, that, you know, if something's not resonating, then it might not be for you. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. With it being general, it's going to be nearly impossible that every single message within your chosen pile is specifically for you. So please take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. If you do want to book a more personal reading, you can look down to the description box below for all the details on how you can book that. So without further ado, I'm going to give you guys a minute here to select either pile 1, 2, and 3. Take a second to ground your energy. Take a deep breath. Think about what's headed your way. Go ahead and make your selection. And once you're ready, scroll down to the description box below where you can locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your pile. See you guys there. Hey guys, so if you chose group 1, which was the pink Himalayan salt, this is going to be your reading all about what's happening for you guys this upcoming Gemini season. So we're going to begin with these 3 astrology cards here first to kind of get a glimpse at the big picture theme or themes headed your way. And then I'm going to be shuffling all of the other cards on camera, including your tarot. So let's go ahead and see what is happening for you guys. Now, before I get into your cards, the first thing I want to say is, with the crystal that you guys chose, I'm always so drawn to this for my readings. If you guys were drawn to the pink Himalayan salt, then what I'm feeling immediately already for your upcoming Gemini season is a need to kind of cleanse or detoxify or purify something in your life. There's protection needed, potentially some sort of healing that's needed from a specific situation. So if you guys were drawn to that stone, some of those themes may be applicable this month. So let's see what we have. So starting off for you guys, we have retrograde. Okay. Oh my goodness. We have the 7th house of relationships. And we have Chiron. Interesting. Oh my gosh. I will have to double check. Maybe you guys know, there may actually be a Mercury retrograde happening during Gemini season. I can't really remember when all the retrogrades are this year because I feel like they're happening like in 2 different signs. Like they start in one sign and they usually end in another. So there could be a retrograde either happening during this time for you, like a literal Mercury retrograde coming in, or maybe we're just coming off of one. But either way, this is what I'm seeing for you guys so far. So I think that this upcoming Gemini season is going to really have you guys in a place of reflection and review. And specifically, I feel the theme that's being highlighted here for you is around partnerships in your life. Now, for some of you all, these partnerships that this energy is referring to could be like romantic in nature, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. I want you guys to really think about every single type of partnership you have in your life, whether it's a business partner, you know, a coworker, a romantic partner, a friendship, a parent, whatever. This is what's being highlighted here with the 7th house of relationships. I think that for some of you guys, because we have a retrograde here, this Gemini season is providing an opportunity for you guys to really kind of slow down when it comes to connections, and really think through and reflect on the partnerships in your life. And if you guys were drawn to this pile, I do feel there could be like a specific person that this is talking about, but for others of you, this could be talking about just your relationships in general in your life. Maybe there's kind of a common thread or a common theme that you guys are being asked to take a look at as it pertains to all connections, all partnerships you have in life. But a lot of times with Mercury retrogrades, this is an energy of the past. Like we're looking to the past. Sometimes this is a time frame where people from the past resurface. So for some of you all that pick this pile, there's definitely an energy here of someone from your past resurfacing. And the whole point of the Mercury retrograde is to give yourself an opportunity to maybe re-examine a situation. So whether someone's coming back or whether it's a new person, which we'll get to in a second, or whether it's just you guys don't necessarily have anyone in front of you, it's just reflection. Like reflection is needed, and taking a moment to kind of slow things down is going to be very important here with the retrograde energy. Now, you guys also have Chiron here, which is really interesting because this feels like some sort of a wound around relationships, maybe resurfacing for you guys in the month, or not in the month, but in Gemini season. You know, Chiron is known as like the wounded healer. And so with the energy of Chiron being here with the retrograde, I feel like this Gemini season is providing you guys an opportunity here to kind of not only reflect on the past of your relationships or a relationship, but it's providing you the opportunity to maybe re-examine something that's triggering you. So for some of you all, if this is about like a past person resurfacing or an old situation resurfacing, this is a time period where you're guided to kind of heal this situation. For others of you though, if you don't really have a specific partner in your life, or you don't really know what specific relationship this could be referring to, the energy of Chiron is more just the general healing around relationships, romantic or otherwise. So there could be a situation that resurfaces here for you that's totally new and different, but it might trigger an old relational wound from the past. So there's definitely this energy, very, very like uniform theme here for you guys, group one, around like healing some sort of wounding around relationships. And maybe even, you know, giving yourself the opportunity to maybe understand from a little bit deeper perspective why the wounding is there, right? So if you haven't reflected on that already, anywho. So let's go ahead and see with the tarot. I'm going to clarify each one of these oracle cards just to see what additional information we can get. So for group one, I want to start by clarifying this energy of retrograde for Gemini season. So we have a 9 of Swords. Okay, let's clarify the seventh house of relationships. So we have a 5 of Wands reversed flying out, and then we also have a King of Cups reversed flying out, okay? And then let's go ahead and clarify this Chiron energy. We have the Empress. I love that. Bottom deck energy, the Queen of Wands. So yeah, I think that there's definitely this energy of you guys really stepping into confidence. And some of you guys might actually be very like well sought after with that Queen of Wands. Like you may find yourselves having a lot of people vying for your attention because of how magnetic you are. So let's go ahead and dive in a little deeper with these tarot cards. And then I do have a few more oracle cards we're going to move through. So okay, I definitely see here with this 9 of Wands, like with regard to the situation of reviewing something retrograde, right? There is a little bit of preoccupation over it. I think that you guys, this Gemini season, there's this vibe of you really maybe being preoccupied over the past, thinking a lot about the past, maybe feeling anxious about it, rumination of the past. For some of you all, I'm getting a message here about like, maybe in the past in your relationships, you really struggle with anxiety in relationships, overthinking things, feeling anxious, you know, just not feeling grounded with connections that you were in. So this Gemini season is really providing you an opportunity to re-examine where this is coming from here. I think with the Chiron energy as well of healing, we have the Empress here. So this is all about you guys stepping into your power with the Empress. You know, the Empress card is all about the divine feminine, right? So this is about you guys really, I think, healing that side of yourself, the divine feminine side. So no matter how you choose to identify, in general, the divine feminine energy is about being able to sort of lean back and receive love, right? She receives. This is not somebody that's going out and looking for it or having to chase it, right? You come, you are who you are, you come as you are, right? And you're able to receive the love that's being given to you from others, right? So there's something here around being able to receive that I feel you guys are healing in love or relationships. And for some of you, this Empress card, this can be signifying a mother wound as well. So some of you guys viewing pile 1, the Empress is the mother figure in the tarot. So there could be some sort of deep kind of generational pattern or wound around the mother that you all will need to re-examine during Gemini season. Now, it's interesting here that with the clarifying the 7th house of relationships, we did have a person come up here with this King of Cups reversed. So there could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces of significance here that this is talking about, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. I see that if there's any sort of fighting with this person, that's going to stop during this Gemini season. It's kind of like this energy of like walking away from any drama, emotionally detaching yourself from any bickering, fighting, competitive energy. I think for some of you all, this emotional detachment is actually a really good thing because it's going to allow you to really look at this situation from a much more neutral and grounded perspective. Now, some of you guys, if this is about a specific person resurfacing, I do feel that it's more about giving up on this person, or not to sound negative, like to say giving up on them, but it's definitely this energy with that 5 of Wands reversed of saying like, I'm walking away from the drama. I'm emotionally detaching myself with the King of Cups reversed. You know, there does seem to be this energy of surrender here, of ceasing to engage in things that you know are not really serving you in your highest good. Let me just see what else comes through before we go to the next deck. Give me a second. For others of you, I do think that there can also be a theme with relationships that you're reflecting on, that maybe there's like been some sort of competitive energy that you guys have had with partners in the past. Competitive, combative, maybe like this energy where you guys are sort of like one-upping, trying to one-up one another all the time, you know, or maybe it's just the energy and it's not something you're consciously aware of. So this could be something that you're working through as well, learning to kind of stabilize those emotions, understanding where that need to compete comes from or to one-up someone is coming from. And there's certainly a detachment here from it. So let's continue. I'm going to go in with a couple of these little Earth Magic Oracle cards, and then we'll pull another card of advice and close us out. So for Group 1, what are my Group 1 viewers working through during this upcoming Gemini season? Please give us some clarification on these shown energies. Purification, that's wild. Wasn't I saying that at the beginning, you guys, with the pink Himalayan salt? Yeah, like this is a time where you are purifying your life. And that makes a lot of sense here with that 5 of Wands in reverse, because that 5 of Wands is a chaotic energy. So there's certainly something here around relationships or a relationship of significance that's causing chaos in your life that you guys are ready to let go of. And it might, I mean, this card that says purification, it does look really dim, right? Like there could be a little bit of fear around letting go of this person. But I think that once you guys, whether it's letting go of them or not, or if it's just about taking the steps that you need to do to detach and rebalance your life, I think that you're going to feel so much better after doing this. And a lot of clarity and healing is coming from it. You guys might actually do well. This is going to sound so crazy, but like go out in the rain. Going out in the rain can be extremely purifying to cleanse your energy. We also have the river movement. Yeah, so there's also progress here, which is great to see. You know what I mean? Like this is not a time that's meant to be like all doom and gloom for you. this upcoming Gemini season, I actually see it as being incredibly healing for you guys. There's progress here with the River card. And I'm also noticing that there's a lot of water that's coming up here in these little Earth Magic Oracle cards. So this is definitely a time of like moving through some emotion here, understanding your emotions a little bit better with regard to the situation. But there's progress. There's a light here at the end of the tunnel. This is a time period where I think at the end of Gemini season, I think you guys are going to come out on the other side of things feeling really clear, feeling really good about yourselves, having a deeper understanding as to like what needs to happen with this particular situation or circumstance in your life. So we're going to close you out, Group 1, with a little advice message from the Animal Spirit Oracle. So let's just kind of see what you guys get with regard to your Gemini season. What advice do we have for Group 1? Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry, guys. You guys had a million cards fly out of the deck, so I have to get those. My apologies. All right. Let's see what advice we have. Yes. The Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. This is a time where you guys, I mean, Gemini season is like, for some people, it's not, I mean, I don't know for everybody out there, but where I live, Gemini season is like the summertime. So I know that it might feel tempting to want to be out and about. I think that this might be a hibernation season for you, at least with regard to this situation, okay? Because Spirit is saying it's important for you guys to take some time to yourself, withdraw your energy from this situation, and go into hibernation mode, go into self-preservation mode, go into reflection mode. I think distancing yourself from whatever the situation is going to, again, provide you with a lot of clarity and healing, and it's going to allow you to see things from a much more clear and level-headed perspective. So pile 1, I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading here, but I would really love to hear how this resonates with your life and your situation. So please drop me a comment down below. Let me know which parts resonate with you. If you guys did enjoy the reading, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so that you know whenever I'm uploading new videos, and I'll see you in a new reading very soon. Bye! Hey there, Pile 2. If you guys picked out this beautiful clear quartz, this is going to be your reading where we're going to explore what's coming up for you guys this upcoming Gemini season. So we're going to take a look at some major themes, energies, events headed your way, starting off with these astrology cards, and then I will be shuffling everything else on camera for you guys. So starting off here with the crystal that you guys selected with clear quartz, I feel like you guys were probably drawn to this stone because there's something in your life that you're needing a little bit of, for lack of a better word, clarity on. When I use clear quartz, it's definitely, or when I'm attracted to it, it's usually because there's something that I'm needing to explore further, something I'm needed to dig a little deeper into, something that's going to help me to, a stone that's going to help support me in finding out the truth and understanding the situation much more crystal clearly, if that makes sense. This is also a crystal that can magnify and amplify other crystals. So there could also be a message here for you this month around amplification. Like maybe you're in a really unique position this month where you are able to do more or kind of have the upper hand in a situation. So let's take a look at your tarot or your oracle cards and see what we get. So we start off here with Pisces energy coming up. We have the 8th house. Okay. Lots of water coming through here already. Water energy. Okay. And then we also have dignified. Okay. That makes a lot of sense with that amplification that I was getting. So, wow. Okay. So we're going to start here and then we'll get some clarifiers with your tarot in a moment. So, you guys this month, or not this month, but this Gemini season, with Pisces coming up here, Pisces is obviously a water sign, and the energy of Pisces is all about, you know, the card is talking about sensitize. When I think of Pisces, I think of a sign that's very emotional, it's very spiritual, it's a sign that's very empathetic and compassionate. So I do think that there's an opportunity this Gemini season to exercise compassion and empathy with others. But the important thing about Pisces is like, even though you, as a Pisces energy, like it's an empathetic and compassionate sign and energy, it also runs the risk of having poor boundaries because Pisces is a mutable water sign. So when you guys think of water without any boundaries, where does it go? It's all over the place. So you guys may be addressing a theme this month around setting proper boundaries with other people, especially around your emotional energy or your emotional exchanges with them, because when we don't have boundaries, sometimes we lose out on like where our feelings start and where someone else's are, right? We might take on other people's burdens as our own. We may take on other people's emotions as our own. And then we turn around and we're like, why am I so drained? And it's because we had a lack of boundaries. So I feel this is something coming through. And with the 8th house energy here, which is ruled by Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken, which is why I was getting more of that water energy. Like the 8th house is where, you know, the card talks about mystery, but this is sort of like where things are hidden in a sense. So it's like when I see this card coming up next to Pisces, there's definitely something here to explore, maybe a more shadow side of with regard to the way that you emotionally relate to others, that compassionate and empathetic side of you. The 8th house can also deal with things like, okay, looking at the guidebook, I'll show you guys. It says a private house where we deal with things we don't talk about in public, like sex, death, debts, loans, psychic phenomenon, how we deal with other people's resources and how they are exchanged, money, bodies, thoughts, and work. You see, with that Pisces energy, that's what I'm feeling. It's like this energy exchange, but it's more so around your emotional investment. So this could have to do with like a specific partner, a relationship, or it just could be in general that you guys are examining like the more shadow side of why. Again, getting clarity with your clear quartz around like why it is that you're maybe going through this energy. You guys may also have some of these other themes coming up. We're going to see with your clarifiers in a moment, but you know, there's something here to address about the things that you don't talk about in public, right? So it can be any of these things that come up here for you. But with Pisces being here, it really feels very emotional. And again, with dignified coming up, you guys are in a unique position. Like you're in a unique upper hand to really explore this and get the clarity you need, being in a position where you feel like you're almost at home. Like when I see the dignified card, this to me is like, you know, when we talk about a planet in astrology being dignified, this is usually where it's at its best, it's at its strength, you know, because it's in like its home sign. So for some of you guys, this could be something to do like with the home, like your personal environment in a sense. But either way, it's like you're in this unique kind of strengthened position to be able to do this work. So let's get some clarifiers here with your tarot, kind of starting off with Pisces energy. So can we clarify this Pisces energy for Gemini season for group 2? Two of Pentacles. There's that exchange, okay? Clarifying the 8th house for pile 2 for this upcoming Gemini season, please. The Queen of Cups, more water coming in. And then clarifying this dignified energy for pile 2. The Sun, look at that, you see? You also have a Page of Wands here at the bottom. So we have fire energy, we've got Leo here, we've got more water, and we've got Earth. So it's interesting because that 8th house was talking about like exchanging of resources perhaps with the Two of Pentacles coming up. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, I definitely see a lot of what we just talked about coming through here. I love that you guys have the Sun because this is telling me that this upcoming Gemini season, you guys are definitely in a position of power here. I think that when you come through on the other side here, you guys are going to have a much more clear understanding of like the path forward. The Sun also brings clarity, just like this clear quartz can bring clarity if you work with it. Every time I personally get the Sun in a reading, it's when something is becoming illuminated for me. So the clouds are lifting, A situation becomes less mysterious to me, and I now have a clear understanding of the path forward. And with that clarity comes a lot of joy and happiness and just like feeling really good. So I definitely see like you guys ending Gemini season feeling very empowered with regard to this energy. But yeah, it definitely feels with the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, like this is going back to what we were just talking about with Pisces and the 8th house. It's like there's a need here to really manage with the Two of Pentacles the way that you guys are exchanging energy with others. Two of Pentacles is specifically talking about like weighing your options, right? And it's also about keeping things balanced. And you guys see here how we have all these ups and downs with the water in the back. I feel like you guys have a lot of up and down emotions with something or someone in your life this upcoming Gemini season. And the Queen of Cups is an empath, right? So the Queen of Cups is somebody that is compassionate and empathetic and can take on the energy of others very easily if they don't set boundaries, right? For some of you guys, there might be like a financial exchange here as well, because remember with this 8th house card, it did talk about that. Let me go back to the guidebook really quick just to make sure I'm not forgetting. Loans, right? It also talks about how people's resources are exchanged: money, bodies, thoughts, and work, right? So there could be something around an exchange with a person financially or with like tangible resources that you guys are trying to like weigh the pros and cons of during Gemini season, because I do think that there's like an emotional attachment to this person or situation that you guys are it's like you seem aware of it, and though there might be this desire to be compassionate and support, there's something here where you're not quite sure. You got to figure it out. Let me see what else comes through. Yeah, like I think with the Queen of Cups clarifying the 8th house, there's definitely an opportunity this upcoming Gemini season to really like explore where this side of you comes from, right? Like maybe like what it is, like why it is that you are maybe drawn to this situation emotionally and where that's coming from. Because I want to say this also talks about, forgive me you guys for always like referencing this, but you know, look at this. Develop your second house resources, your own money, your own sense of self-worth and body confidence to strengthen your freedom and bargaining power and operate in this realm with grace. Engage the resources handed to you, but make your own judgment calls. This also says it can be tempting to manipulate by withholding love, power, or money, and hard to step away when someone else is jerking those chains. Face your worst fears and step through. Feel that liberation. The trap of manipulation falls away when you don't bite the hook. So this could even be like someone else holding resources over your head, or holding love and affection over your head in a sense. Or vice versa. This could be like you guys noticing this behavior in yourself and you're exploring it. But again, like there's a leadership aspect here with Dignified and the Sun of you guys really being able to take charge and take this matter into your own hands, stepping out on your own. So let's go ahead and see. Let's clarify this energy for Gemini season for group 2. So we have the new moon. So this is like an energy of new beginnings with the new moon. And we have promise here. Look, we have a partnership being highlighted. So it definitely, for whatever reason, the whole time I've been doing your reading group 2, it feels like this has to do with like a partner. If it's not a partner, it's like you and like another, like a workplace, or you and someone else. But it's just funny that we have a couple here, right? So the new moon energy is all about new beginnings. It's about setting new intentions, coming to the table and saying, this is the new way that we're going to do things going forward, because it's going to serve me and everyone else in their highest good. Let's see what else. We also have the Milky Way perspective. So I think that you guys are being given this opportunity to really zoom the lens out. You guys also have new beginnings here again. So there's definitely a new beginning coming in for you guys this upcoming Gemini season. But the Milky Way card is basically like saying that you're zooming the lens out and really seeing things from a much higher perspective. And I think zooming that lens out is allowing you to see things much more clearly, and understand better what choices you need to make before you take action, or before maybe allowing your emotions to really suck you in. Does that make sense? Because like when I see this, I think of like detachment in a sense, because when we're really deep in something and we feel it, you know, because we have emotion wrapped up in it, whatever, like sometimes you have to detach emotionally and really zoom the lens out, look at the bigger picture in order to gain the perspective you need to move forward, right? So I think through that, this is where we're weighing our options and making that choice. So we're going to close it out with just a card of advice for you, Group 2. So let's go ahead and see. So for Group 2, this upcoming Gemini season, with regard to their situation, please share the advice for Group 2. We have the Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. So I think it's time to take action on something. You know? You guys also have the Skunk Spirit at the bottom talking about knowing your worth, which is kind of interesting because it's almost like I wonder if you guys sometimes feel like you have to like do certain things for people or provide for certain people, either emotionally or resource-wise, because like you care, but at the same time there could be an energy here again of needing to set boundaries and understand that like just because you understand where a person is coming from and you can have compassion and empathy for them, it doesn't mean that you have to give to them. It doesn't mean you have to accept what they're not doing for you. You know what I mean? So I feel like this Antelope Spirit is coming through saying, hey, like life is speeding up. Don't let life pass you by being stuck in a situation that may not be serving you in your highest good. This is kind of going back to this energy of the Sun with Dignified, about like really taking the lead on the situation and being in this unique position to be able to see above the fray and take steps forward, feeling empowered and being independent on your own without worrying about others. So I hope this made sense for you, Group 2. I feel like I was kind of like really all over the place with this reading. So please drop me a comment down below and let me know what aspects of the reading you feel resonate with your situation the best. I always love hearing from you guys in the comments. If you did enjoy the reading, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you guys know when I'm uploading new videos. And I'll see you all in a new one really soon. Bye. Ooh. Hey there, pile number 3. If you guys picked out this little amethyst cluster, this will be your reading where we're going to take a look at what's coming through for you guys this upcoming Gemini season. So I'm going to begin with these 3 astrology cards to kind of look at the common theme or themes hitting you guys this Gemini season. And then we're going to shuffle all of the other cards on camera, including your tarot. So first things first, I've been kind of kicking off each reading with a crystal reading. So with you guys choosing Amethyst, I'm getting that going into Gemini season, there could be some fears or worries. Maybe you guys have been dealing with some stress or anxiety leading up to Gemini season, and that's why you guys were drawn to this particular crystal. And so I do feel that there's like this yearning within you to address this. So we're going to get some insight here to see what could be causing any potential anxiety in you, or what's needing to be calmed down in your life. But that's just kind of immediately what I'm getting with the chosen crystal. So let's look at your cards. So we have the energy of the Sun. We have conjunction. Okay. Ooh, and then we have the I see your roots. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Okay, wow. Okay. Okay. So this upcoming Gemini season for you guys, I think is going to be incredibly self-reflective and healing for you. I think that this Gemini season, this literally is telling me that you are gaining clarity and understanding of who you are, your deepest, most core of your personality, and understanding where it comes from with the root here, right? So like the Sun, starting off with the Sun, this is all about who we are. This is about our personality to the core, right? Think of your sun sign, right? So if you guys are, I don't know, whatever sign you are, I'm a Gemini, right? So there's certain aspects of my personality that really resonate with being a Gemini. But either way, like, this Gemini season, you guys are gaining a much deeper and brighter understanding of your personality. And with it being conjunct here, the IC, you know, this is talking all about like our past, our childhood, our roots. And so I think that one thing that you guys are learning this Gemini season is like where certain personality traits and patterns are coming from doing some self-reflection on your past patterns, habits, upbringing, ancestors, things like that. Something else I'm getting for you guys though with the sun is I think that there's an element of you guys being in the spotlight too. I feel like, you know, the sun, whenever I see the sun, I feel like somebody's getting attention, someone's going to be in the spotlight. That could be something that makes you guys a little bit nervous too, right? Like we're talking about anxiety here. Maybe for you guys, there's a fear of being in the spotlight or people really seeing you or seeing the truth of who you are, your most vulnerable self, or even an energy of people kind of nitpicking your personality, right? Not feeling like you can really show up and be your true self around others. And with the root card here, the IC, this is something that may stem from past things, past, you know, experiences from either your childhood, your upbringing, situations, etc. So I definitely think with the conjunction card here, this is specifically talking about alliances. So this period of self-reflection is going to be incredibly healing for you. It's going to feel very supported, if that makes sense. You guys may also find yourself benefiting from specific partnerships during this time as it pertains to this healing work that you're doing. Now, for others of you, I'm also getting like a more, like if this isn't necessarily about this scenario that I've played out for you, the other thing I'm getting from this in more of like the 3D sense, like the tangible sense, is I feel like there are important partnerships coming in for you guys this upcoming Gemini season that are helping you to become more grounded or to plant new seeds in your life. And I feel like this is something that's going to help you guys to be recognized. I also think that your personality is being leveraged in a way to build relationships that are helping you to plant seeds for your future, right? Because there's definitely a sense of permanence coming here with the root card. So some of you guys might actually be building something, literally or figuratively, this Gemini season that's going to set you up for long-term future success. So let's get some more insight. This is cool, pile 3. I'm going to get some clarifiers here with your tarot. And then we have a few more oracle cards that we will be exploring. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Sorry guys, I'm struggling to shuffle right now. So for group 3, I want to first clarify the energy of the sun and what this is about for group 3, this Gemini season. Okay, so we've got a 5 of Cups. Clarifying this conjunction card for group 3. We have the Temperance card. And clarifying this IC root card for pile 3. The Wheel of Fortune. What? Things are moving along for you guys, and we have a Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. So yeah, I do definitely feel like for some of you guys, there's an energy of like career, finances, work, responsibilities kind of coming through with this reading. So that could be something that's been stressing you guys out a little bit. I definitely feel like you guys are gaining some clarification here on something that's perhaps been a little bit of a disappointment to you. With that 5 of Cups being here, there's something that you guys, I think, are feeling a little sad or remorseful over this upcoming Gemini season. It could be like something, there could be something in your life that you guys are really tied to emotionally, that maybe it's just like a big part of who you are. It's a big part of your identity, a big part of your personality. And there might just be a little bit of sadness or loss around this situation that you guys are moving through or exploring. I also think that there's like this general energy of illumination around disappointments from the past as well. But the cool thing about the sun is I always feel like it's a very optimistic, even though this is talking about the astrology sun and not the tarot sun, I still feel there's like a message of optimism here with the Sun and the Five of Cups, because the beauty in the Five of Cups is that even though you're sad over your losses, you still always have two cups there. There's still something that you can continue to salvage with regard to the situation. It's not always as bad as we think, okay? Now, I feel with the Temperance card here that there are some divinely guided relationships coming into your life this Gemini season. I feel like there are people coming into your life at the right place at the right time that are supporting you, and maybe you guys have really been needing support. You've been needing help, because the Temperance card is a very healing energy, but it's also an energy of needing to be patient, because things happen in the divine timing when they're supposed to, when things are balanced, right? So I definitely think balanced partnerships, but also partnerships coming in for you in divine timing to show support toward this goal or this thing that you're moving through. This is something happening for you this upcoming Gemini season. And I do feel that things are changing for you with the Wheel of Fortune. I think you guys are getting through disappointment. I think you're getting a silver lining here. I think there's a stroke of good luck that's going to help to push you forward if you've been feeling stuck. Yeah, and it's bringing in change with the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing in your life. This could also be talking about your foundation changing as well. Something that you guys have been really comfortable with for a long time is changing, and it might be making you feel a little bit unstable for some of you. So I want to get some additional clarification here for group 3. Let's pull a couple of oracle cards. I actually want to pull, I think I might do another, we'll see. I might do more tarot cards too for you, because I feel sort of guided to. All right, so what else does pile 3 need to know about Gemini season for them? Oh my gosh. You guys, that's so wild, because this card is very much about doing that ancestral healing, right? Like we were talking about at the beginning with the root. Like, you guys are really being guided to get to the root cause of something this upcoming Gemini season. Whatever it is for you, there is an energy of understanding the deeper spiritual lesson of where this sadness or disappointment might be coming from. And I do feel there has to be an element of ancestral or like past childhood upbringing, you know, impacting you, that you're exploring. This card, the Ancient Healing Wisdom, also talks about even getting to the root cause of any physical ailments that you're feeling. So if you guys have been not feeling good physically, this card really speaks about like understanding the root cause spiritually that could potentially be manifesting into physical symptoms, right? And maybe there's supportive partnerships coming through to help you with this. Because everything always has an underlying spiritual, you know, reason. All right, let's grab one more here of these for pile 3. We also have the cave sanctuary. So I feel like you guys are safe. You know, like if you've been feeling anxious, I do feel that you're going to be safe. You're going to be okay. There might be some, you know, a good amount of time that you guys are kind of sequestered off, maybe in isolation, or just exploring places that you guys can go where you feel at peace. When I think of a sanctuary, I think of like a safe haven. I think of like a place of peace. I think of a place of where you just feel totally zen and at ease, right? And so maybe that's where this Temperance energy is coming in with the Alliance card. Like, there could be someone providing that peace and sanctuary to you this Gemini season. All right, so group 3, let's actually, no. Before we get your advice, I want to clarify this Wheel of Fortune. Because I was feeling it's like a swing of good luck, but I'm also feeling that it's changes to your current environment that might be making you feel a little unstable. So let's just get some clarification here. What is this Wheel of Fortune about for group 3? the Four of Cups. I think you guys are wanting a change. But there's like an apathy here. I think that you guys need to kind of look out, because I feel like there's a golden opportunity that's being presented to you this upcoming Gemini season that you guys may miss if you're not open to it, okay? I think just challenge yourself, because I don't know why I'm getting this energy that you guys in group 3 might be just really comfortable in a comfort zone right now and wanting change, but not like the change you're wanting might appear to you in a way that's totally different than you imagined. So I want you guys to keep that in mind and genuinely try to explore every opportunity that's presented to you, even if you think it looks like BS or it looks weird. just try, especially if this has to do with like your work with that Queen of Pentacles we got. I think that you guys need to take the opportunities that are shown to you and just explore it. Just have a conversation, you know, because not everything looks as it seems always. So for pile 3, let's close this out with a card of advice. Sorry, it's getting late at night, so I sound a little loopy. So for group 3, advice for group 3 with regard to this upcoming Gemini season. The Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Yeah, you guys, like that Four of Cups and the Five of Cups in a sense, like, and look, the Parrot Spirit, watch your words. I think you guys need to just make sure that whatever your situation is, no matter how disappointing, it's okay to grieve. It's okay to move through feelings of negativity and disappointment and feel all the things. Like, I'm not about toxic positivity over here at all. Just be cognizant of your words, because thoughts become things, and words are spells, meaning that like what you say will come true. You know what I mean? You have to be very careful about what energy you're putting out there, because that could very well become your reality. Look at this. Clarity is coming, though. And kind of going back to the gratitude energy with some of your Cups cards, I think that you all are really guided to start maybe some sort of a gratitude practice this upcoming Gemini season. So get a gratitude journal. Do whatever feels good to you, that feels authentic to you. But there's a need here to focus on what you have versus what you don't have right now. So it might be hard, but the cool thing is that if you really look around, there's always something to be grateful for. Even if you feel like your life is just in a rut, look outside and look at like a beautiful flower and be grateful for the beauty of the flower. Be grateful for the birds chirping, right? Like, I think that this is going to help to lift you up a little bit better, lift your spirits. Because like I was saying at the beginning, like, I don't think your situation is as bad or as negative as you might be perceiving it, right? So pile 3, I'm going to close it out there, but I would really love to hear how you feel this reading resonates with your situation. So drop me a comment down below and let me know what parts fit for you. If you guys are not already, please do subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and hit the bell so you guys know when I'm uploading new content. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in a new reading very soon. Bye.